Let me quickly bring you up to speed. On the 25th of November, Bobby here published a video about his life story of being the son of an out-of-this-world freaking rich man, which made Bobby's channel explode from YouTube no man's land of 1,000 subscribers and 34,000 views to a now whopping 132,000 subscribers in 10 days. That's completely bonkers. And it actually caused quite a bit of controversy around this video.
This is gonna be the most pretentious, narcissistic video I'll see this month. Guess what? I was right.
But all that aside, let's be real for a second. Who wouldn't want to have an own video pop off and make their channel explode just like that? Just maybe without the cringy part. And while for obvious reasons, none of us normal people can afford recording ourselves in yachts, Ferraris and big mansions, there's one thing we can certainly learn from this video, and that is how to create a video that could go viral. Because in fact he already had done like 15 other vlog type videos before on his channel with basically exactly the same message. But those videos certainly didn't pop off, only this one did. And as many people in the comment section agreed on one thing, the editing on this one was pretty much spot on and probably played a massive role in making this video go viral. So let's take a closer look at that and see what we can learn from this to edit our own next, or maybe first, viral video.
Your life is like a movie. And you're the main character.
So he starts it off with an intro that certainly gets us hooked. Edited just like the trailer for a Hollywood movie, to give us a glimpse of what's about to come and if it's gonna be worth watching.
We all like a bit of good life.
Did I say edited like a Hollywood movie?
Some the money, some the drugs.
Well, in fact, it actually is the intro of a Hollywood movie.
Because the real rock and roller wants the fucking lot.
It's taken from the 2008 Guy Ritchie blockbuster RocknRolla,
People ask the question,
from which Bobby borrowed the soundtrack and voiceover
what's a rock and roller?
And combined it with, let's say, a slightly cliche quote we probably all have heard once before.
So why wouldn't you make it
layered in with some footage of his rich kid life.
The greatest movie you've ever
and
seen.
Boom! 3 million people hooked in 40 seconds. Proper start for a viral video. Well played, Bobby. Well played. And now that he got us wanting to watch the entire video,
who is Bobby?
We're ready to hear his story.
Basically a little bit of a misfit kid. Bobby likes to live life fast.
Talking about story. Throughout the entire video, Bobby's doing a pretty solid job on keeping the attention by dividing it up in total 9 shorter sections, chapters if you will, that each in itself are very well edited and are separated by a few major turning points and clever pacing. The structure, if you'd ever want to use it for an own video, is pretty straightforward. It starts with the trailer to get us hooked, and the introduction to get to know the hero of the story, leading into a throwback to understand his history and make him relatable to us.
My life hasn't always been like this. I was raised by a single mom. I didn't grow up rich, and I didn't grow up poor. I was fairly average.
This is then followed by the first turning point of becoming rich, leading over to his struggle with the stereotype and trying to make you feel for him, at least a little, before the negative turning point hits him of being thrown out of school, followed up by another plot twist of him deciding to work on himself and learn business, and yet another negative turning point for partying too hard, all leading up to his final resolution and the inspirational message of becoming the leader of a community of rich misfits, I guess? Well, anyhow, by using a few dramatic pauses after the turning points like this one.
$300 million. Then, my life changed forever.
Or this one.
And I was asked to leave, along with 25 others that week.
Or this one, that shall make it seem like he's just another kid like you or me.
Like most kids, I still had no idea what I wanted to do with my life.
Sprinkled in with some dramatic music.
When I first moved out here, I imagined my life to be like a movie. So I was sent to one of the world's most elite boarding schools.
He manages very well to create moments of tension throughout the entire video that then several times lead into flashy editing montages to some 70s style rock songs, one by the White Stripes called Hello Operator, and another one by the famous rock band T-Rex with their hit 20th Century Boy. And here and there spiced it up with some stock footage.
Bankers, CEOs, politicians, royalty, millionaires.
And all this up and down keeps the video extremely engaging. The drastic speed-ups and slowdowns, the shift between emotional sad parts that often use this headshot,
breaking the rules,
sometimes even really close-ups to make the viewer feel connected,
believe me.
And then through super quick speed-ups like this one, or this one, to transition into the rich badass montages of him popping bottles, flexing with all his wealth in his life, in order to make the viewer admire or at least be impressed by him.
I once met a girl on a night out, flew her to Ibiza with me the next day, and married her on a Sunday.
Weird flex, but okay.
We divorced a week later.
And by now 7 minutes into the video, we're all so hooked either by all the shiny objects thrown in our faces or simply by the high level of cringe some experienced, that we're now finally ready to hear his inspirational message he's all along been leading us up to.
And break the stereotype of all rich kids being lazy, spoiled, and relying on their trust funds. I can only hope my story has inspired you to follow your dreams. be more creative.
And of course also hearing him very subtly pitching his new businesses, but that's another point.
We decided to create our own brand, so that when you wear our clothes, it makes you feel like you're conveying a message of who you are.
The sheer amount of watch time the video has gathered up to this point, combined with the super clickable title and the provoking thumbnail, right now are exactly what it takes to land a viral hit on YouTube. Seems like it worked out pretty well in the end. So if you enjoyed this video breakdown and you learned something about storytelling for your next videos, then smash all the buttons down below and tell me in the comments what video I should break down next. Florian out, until next time.